There aren't any more arguments about whether or not a smartphone can take a good photo nowadays. Manufacturers just put such phenomenal cameras into these little devices. In fact, this iPhone 5S is actually my favorite vlogging camera. I use it to record my vlogs oftentimes if I'm not using the big camera, and that's because it's just so small and compact I can pretty much take it anywhere. Now, the single biggest issue with using smartphones as cameras, especially as a main camera, is there's no threaded holes for a tripod attachment. And tripods are pretty much the most essential piece of camera equipment that you can get. So accessory makers have come up with a solution. Pretty much they make these clamps that have a threaded hole on it, and it clamps your smartphone to the hole so then it can be attached to the tripod. Simple. My biggest gripe with these clamps are their bulkiness. I mean, they're not that much bigger than the smartphone itself, but carrying around one of these in your pocket is inconvenient. And it's all made from plastic that can easily shatter. Also, this particular one I have here, oftentimes it will press buttons on my smartphone and sometimes even shut it off. It can be very annoying sometimes, but it's better than nothing. So allow me to introduce you to my favorite smartphone tripod clamp thing. This is the Glif. The Glif is made by Studio Neat, and the one you're seeing here is actually made in 2015. There's a 2017 model coming out soon, but we'll touch a little bit on that later. The Glif can fit a wide range of smartphones, from 58.4mm to 86.4mm wide, and 3.1 to 12.7mm thick. And that's a pretty wide range. To put into perspective, this Glif can fit my Nexus 6P without any issues. The Glif itself is a little flexible, maybe a little more than my liking, but that's what makes it work. I found it a little concerning at first, but this thing is built to last. It can be adjusted using the included Allen hex key, which is a little bit inconvenient, but it works. It also comes with this little keyring attachment, but I really don't see why anyone would use it. Ever. Now, the Glif is made to clamp your phone to a 1/4 inch thread, and it does a great job. When adjusted properly, you can shake this thing all you want and your phone will never fall out. But it actually does a little more than just that. It's multifunctional. On its own, the Glif can prop your phone up into a vertical position. So it could be its own phone stand that you can use to record footage. You can also prop it up on a table while you're sitting down to watch a movie. And that sounds pretty neat, but check out this footage from vlog 1 that I recorded using just the Glif and a smartphone. So it also does its job in that regard. The Glif can also be used as a small handle. It's not great at that, but it's better than nothing. And since it's threaded on both sides, if you have a 1/4 inch screw, you can even attach your own accessories. So, would I recommend the Glif? Well, if you shoot video of any sort using your smartphone, I would highly recommend at least giving this thing a look. Personally, I love using this thing, and I try to carry it around with me as often as possible. Sometimes I would be caught without it, and I'd wish that I had brought it. Now, if you're thinking of buying it, maybe consider the newer version that's about to come out. It doesn't have the same multifunctionality as the 2015 version, but the locking mechanism is much better. I will include the links in the description below. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh no, my microphone wasn't plugged in for that whole recording session. I'm gonna have to do that again. In the middle of recording again, I'm just using this as this is just footage that's going to be used for the actual video itself. Not the iPhone footage, but like I'm recording using the camera behind me.